Hello everyone, myself Priyanka Pisse, lecturer in Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department, Jain Polytechnic, Belagavi. The video is mainly based on the subject switchgear and protection with the subject code 15EE53T. So in our previous videos, we have studied about the switchgear and the sources of fault. So in this video, we are going to study the calculation of short circuit current and the meaning of percentage reactance, base kVA and the reactor. So before moving to the importance of short circuit current, we should know what is the meaning of short circuit current. Actually, it was explained in the previous video, but I would like to give a brief introduction about this short circuit current. So you can see one picture here. In that picture, you can see that the load impedance Z is connected to the circuit. When there is no fault, the current which is flowing through this circuit is limited by this load impedance. And during the short circuit, the impedance will become very less. Due to this, the large amount of current will flow through the circuit. This large amount of current is called as short circuit current. So what are the important points why we should calculate this short circuit current? It is because 4 reasons. In that, first one is the calculation of short circuit current, which are useful for knowing the value of voltage current at different points of the system during the fault. And the second one is it is useful for investigating the scheme of protective relaying. It is useful for determination of rating of circuit breakers. And the last point is it enables us to make the proper selection of the associated apparatus, example bus bar and circuit breakers, so that they can withstand the force that are arised due to the occurrence of short circuits. So the next one is about the base kVA. What is the meaning of base kVA here? If the number of equipments such as generators, transformers and transmission lines which are connected in parallel and their percentage reactance and resistance also refer to their respective kVA ratings. So it is difficult to compare these percentage resistance and reactance and their combined effect until and unless they are all referred to a common kVA rating. So this common kVA rating, which will be taken as an arbitrary one, is known as base kVA of the system. So how we should choose this base kVA? It might be equal to the kVA rating of the largest unit which is connected to the network, or it is equal to the sum of the kVA ratings of all the units which are connected in the circuit, or any arbitrary value. So moving to the next one, it is about the percentage reactance. So the percentage reactance is nothing but the voltage drop across the given reactance expressed as the percentage of normal voltage when carrying full load current, and it is given by percentage reactance equal to I into reactance divided by voltage into 100. So the next one is about the reactors. Generally the reactors is nothing but it is a impedance coil which are used for some functions, like they will localize the fault by limiting the current that is flowing into the fault from another healthy feeders or parts of the system, so avoiding the fault from spreading. The second one is they permit the installation of circuit breaker at lower rating, and they will limit the flow of short circuit current, and thus it will protect the equipment from overheating as well as from failure due to destructive mechanical forces. So there are two types of reactors which we can see. In that, first one is about the base or unshielded type of reactors. In this, circular coils or bars are stranded copper are embedded in a number of specially designed concrete slabs. So in the next one is shielded or oil immersed type reactor. In this type of reactor, coil is placed in a oil tank as in the case of transformers, while the air cooled reactor can be either naturally cooled or air blast cooled. The shielding is necessary in order to prevent the entrance of external flux which is in the reactor, and so to avoid unnecessary heating which would be under the fault condition. So it was about the reactors. I hope you have understood all the concepts. In the next video, I'll come up with some new topics. Thank you.